All right, what's going on, guys? Today I was just perusing the internet and I found this article. Says Kendall Jenner's tequila brand faces lawsuit from Austin-based Tequila 512. Says sellers of Austin-based tequila brand Tequila 512 are suing Kendall Jenner's tequila brand, claiming it rips off 512's immediately recognizable logo and color scheme. Jenner launched 818 Tequila in May 2021. Then Tequila 512, sold by Clip Bandits LLC, was quick to point out the similarities in the brand's looks. The lawsuit says 512 has been selling its tequila using a highly distinctive logo and color scheme that has been in place since 2015. The company says it has a federal trademark registration for 512, in addition to a pending application for registration of its trade dress. All right, so let's look at the similarities here. So at first glance, if we just look at these, it does look pretty bad for the 818 tequila brand because they both have this like yellow background sort of like stamp, this sort of like they have like this yellow sticker. Okay, so like let's look at the similarities. So they both are yellow in color. They both have three numbers that are area codes associated with it. They're both tequila, and then they both say Blanco in very big letters. That's the type of tequila it is. And it is pretty bad. Like, let's be honest here. It looks very bad for them. I don't know how similar the branding has to be in order for you to be able to get away with this, but you definitely can't just use someone's already pre-established branding, regardless of the reason, right? No matter if you thought it was just a cool branding and you wanted to use it a little bit, like you wanted to like rip it off a little, but like change it a little, but kind of like be inspired by it. And this is really what we're talking about here. We're talking about the difference between inspiration and ripping something off, right? I think with this particular instance, I would say this is probably too close. Like, this is probably too much of a ripoff. This is just probably infringing on their trademark, and I think a court will probably find that to be true. There's a little bit more in this article we can read where they make a pretty strong case for their argument here. Out of the entire world of colors and shapes to use for product design, defendant chose to copy plaintiff's distinctive black lettering inside a vertical yellow rectangle, right? Not only does the lawsuit claim 818 blatantly copies 512's branding, but it also points out how close the names are, with 818 also being an area code, right? By doing all this, 512 claims 818, owned by K and Soda LLC, is deceiving and confusing customers into thinking it's associated with the Austin brand. 818 also sells for nearly double the price of 512, right? So with that line, I'm not so sure that 818 is attempting to be associated with the 512 brand. I think it could be something as simple as Kendall Jenner liked the look of the 512 brand, and she's like, yo, let's just use that look. Let's just keep it simple like that, and we'll kind of use that as our template. And then, like, you know, they tweaked it a little. They changed the font here. They changed the order of the words here and there. But for the most part, it's very similar. I'm not sure that they're trying to garner more sales based on the association with the 512 brand. I mean, Kendall Jenner is, like, super famous. I don't know if she needs that association to sell products, but it is something worth noting, right? The lawsuit also brings up an instance in May 2021 where the brands were reportedly mixed up. 818 Tequila was being promoted as a virtual product that could be bought on on Jenner's sister's mobile app game, Kim Kardashian Hollywood, but an image of Tequila 512 was used instead. So that's pretty bad, right? Because then they go on to say this. Here's the coup de grace of the point. Either defendant intentionally used plaintiff's bottle, hoping to further blur the lines between the two products, or defendant was itself confused about the difference between the two brands, right? So that point is that's a very strong point. It either proves that by using the 512 instead of the 818, they were intentionally trying to blur the line between the two products, or that the branding is so similar that the defendant's own marketer confused the two products, right? So, I mean, that's a pretty damning piece of evidence. I'm not going to lie. In a court of law, that's probably the nail in the coffin. I mean, I don't know how else you would be able to spin that. They literally used 512's actual product in place of their own, either intentionally or unintentionally, right? So which is it? Did you intentionally try to blur the line between our two products, or were the products so similar that you yourself were confused about the product in question, right? So that's a very hard thing to argue against. We'll finish up the article just for posterity's sake, but there's not much more here, honestly. It's a very simple thing going on. 512 is asking that the court to issue an order to stop 818 from using its alleged infringing marks on its products, packaging, website, and its marketing. Clip Bandits LLC is also seeking monetary relief. The lawsuit was filed Wednesday. Nobody cares. Okay. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it, you guys. Let me know if y'all think that this is too closely, if this is too similar. Let me know if you guys think these products are too similar in branding and packaging, or if you think that they are different enough that Kendall can actually get away with this. And if that is the case, then how far is the line? How close would they have to look before it would be clearly ripping them off? Let me know in the comments, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.